First date follow-up. Powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Online at advocateslaw.com.
Mackenzie is on the phone today for a first date follow-up, and she's getting ghosted by a dude named Chase. So now we're going to chase Chase. So we can figure out why she's getting ghosted. Mackenzie, before we get into the date and stuff, how long has it been since you heard from Chase?
It's been a few days.
So are we sure that you're getting ghosted at this point?
Yeah, because what he said the last time I saw him made it sound like I was going to hear from him later that day, and then he just went dark, and then I don't know. I've reached out and he hasn't responded, and I don't know. My gut is telling me that I'm not going to hear from him.
Tell us about your date.
We actually met. He is best friends with one of my neighbors. Okay. So they were having a barbecue, and so they invited some of their friends, and then they invited some of the neighbors that they're friends with. So I was there, just met him while we were there, hanging out, having a great time. We drank a lot, and he ended up coming to my house after, and he stayed the night, which is, not typically what I would do, but, he's best friends with my neighbor. I trust my neighbor. So I'm like, okay, this guy must be, a decent guy. And it was just fun. We super clicked. And then the next morning, he was leaving and he made a comment about how much fun he had, but then said, we should actually go out on a real date. And I was like, yeah, that would be great. And he's like, how about tonight? I'm like, great. So we did. So, yeah. So we went out, and after the date, he left, and he's like, yeah, I'll call you. So we parted ways after the date, and I haven't seen him since.
So how was the date? Was that awkward? So you meet, you're getting hammered, you hook up, and then you go on a date. So is that are you just flirty again? Is it almost you have a different dynamic with somebody after you hook up with them?
Yeah.
It's either
you know each other already really well.
It's either awkward or you know each other really well.
Well, I know him. He knows me on the inside, but now he's getting to know me on the outside.
Right.
Okay. I know.
Good way to put it. It's a good way to put it.
One way to put it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mix of both. We were both pretty hungover, even still. So we were kind of laughing about the night before, and but then also in between that, just having real talk. We have a lot in common, and a lot of that stems from us having things in common with our neighbor, which is why the neighbor's friends with both of us. Mm-hmm. So, it was a little bit of both, but I don't know, it seemed super organic, and the conversation, and like I said, we had a lot in common. It was fun. We were laughing. And so I'm just I don't know how to explain it other than he was seemed super into it, and then he wasn't. And I don't know why. And I don't want to things, maybe he's worried things went too fast, which they did. And like I said, that's not the norm. And I don't want him to be freaked out, but I also don't want to have that conversation with him, in a long, lengthy, paragraph-long text message,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I did try and call him. When I say a couple days, it's been 3 technically. So
it's not too bad, but after you share that kind of early connection, fast connection, I don't know what you want to call it, you'd expect at least a response. I would anyway.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we'll try to figure it out. We'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call him and see if we can get him to tell us why he's ghosting you, and maybe get you another date if you still want one, okay?
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yep, we'll play a song, come back, and get your first date follow-up next.
First date follow-up. Powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Online at advocateslaw.com.
Mackenzie is on the phone today for a first date follow-up, and we're about to call a dude that's ghosting her. His name is Chase. See if he'll tell us why he's ghosting her, and then maybe get her another date if she still wants one. Mackenzie, before we call Chase, why don't you refresh everybody's memory about your evening with Chase?
We met at a neighbor's house at a barbecue. He came over and stayed the night at my house that night, and then the next night we went out for dinner, and we're super excited about having future couples dates with our neighbor. And then now he went dark.
All right, well, we're about to call him and see if he'll tell us what's up. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Chase, please?
This is him.
Chase, how are you, man? My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show. It's called The Jubal Show.
Yeah, the whole show's here, Chase. Hi, I'm Nina.
Hi, and I'm Victoria.
Yeah. I know you are. I listen sometimes.
Thank you. You are ghosting somebody, Chase.
Okay.
So this is a first date follow-up. You know what that is, right? Where if you go out on a date with somebody, end up ghosting them, they can email us to get you on the phone and go, hey, Chase, why are you ghosting Mackenzie?
Oh, I'm going to just get right to it then.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I really like her a lot. She's attractive. She's funny. And to me, when someone's funny, it means they're smart. So you get like a shortcut into that, and we had a great time. We had a really great time. But when I met her, I was already on a break with my girlfriend for about 2-3 weeks. And while we were out to dinner, when she got up to go to the restroom, I checked my phone and I had gotten a text from my girlfriend saying, I miss you.
Uh-oh.
We were on a break, a legit break. We said it was okay to see other people. I'm not breaking any rules with my girlfriend. And, it's like she said, I had the sixth sense that you were out with somebody else. And it freaked me out a little bit, to be honest with you. And I realized I still have feelings for her. And I want to see if I can work things out with her. But, if they don't work out, I really like Mackenzie. And I would definitely look to go out with her again if that was cool with her.
So were you going to tell Mackenzie this at any point?
Well, I'm sure things happened very quickly, so I'm sure it would have come up, on another date. I mean, you talk about your life, so I was going to bring up, I'm sure we were going to talk about exes and stuff, but when that text came in, it just kind of hit me in the heart,
Okay. Chase, thank you for being honest. And now, I mean, you listen to the show sometimes, I guess, so maybe you don't know, or maybe you forgot, or maybe you don't care, but Mackenzie is on the line. She's been listening this whole time and she wants to talk to you.
Oh, wow.
Hey, so you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, but I was on a break. I'm not lying. Okay, you have to believe me. I was on a break.
Just out of curiosity, is her name by chance Casey?
How do you know that?
So when I went up to go to the bathroom at the restaurant, girls talk. I don't know what guys do in the bathroom, but girls talk to each other. And I had a conversation with a girl in the bathroom, and she was just like, basically kind of like quizzing me in the bathroom. Like she was like, "Oh, do you come here a lot? Is this your first time? Oh, who are you here with?" Like just asking me a lot of questions. Like, is this the first time you guys hung out? Like, just like casually asking a question like, "Oh, you're on a date? That's fun. Like, is this your first date?" Like, it was more questions about me, but looking back, it seemed like questions to me about you, but it wasn't about you directly. Like, it was, like, "Oh, do you like him?" Like, I don't know. It was just.
And her name was Casey?
Her name was Casey.
I'm a little freaked out right now, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, man.
All of that aside, like, I just don't understand. Like, cool, you've got this going on, but, like, why didn't you just tell me? Like, you said you would reach out the next day, and then you didn't. And you knew that at some point we were going to run into each other at Rob's house. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. I just kind of. I went to text you, and then I said, a text isn't cool. I got to call you, and then I got distracted. And
Chase, what do you think about the fact, though, that your girlfriend you're on a date with, on a break with, who now you're thinking about not being on a break with, only said she missed you because she saw you out with someone else?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's kind of lying to me, right? I mean, it's by omission. She's not telling me she was there, and so.
Or not necessarily lying. You know how sometimes it takes you seeing your person with somebody else for you to just be like, hold on, I'm not okay with that. Like, I do want to make this work. Mm-hmm. Not to say that it's comfortable or convenient. These are things you have to take into consideration when you make choices.
Right.
But, I mean.
Yeah.
Or true. Could just be based off of, she might, one of those things where you say that because you see him with someone else and then you get back together and you're like, oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's like you want what you can't have, but then when you can have it, you don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Sorry. My mind is spinning right now. I have to be honest with you. I got to figure this out.
Yeah,
I apologize, Mackenzie. I really do.
No, I mean, at least I know. You guys figure out what we have to figure out with her. But like, yeah, I'm not obviously not interested in.
What? I was just gonna say, Chase, would you like to go on another date with Mackenzie? We'll pay for it.
Yeah, I don't want to go on another date.
Yeah, I should be honest and say no because I have to figure out what's going on here.
All right, and I'm nobody's second choice, so.
Yeah, I didn't mean it that way.
No, I know. I mean,
you're a great lady.
I'm bummed it didn't work out, and
well, at least you guys are being honest now.
Yeah,
I mean, because that would have sucked.
Yeah, I mean,
you found out later.
It is what it is. I appreciate you guys calling him and finding out. At least I have closure. And it won't be weird if I see it at Rob's. Like it'll be fine. Best of luck.
I appreciate that. I do hope I see you there, and hopefully this time I don't get as drunk.
Because it can be really awkward.
I mean, we're due, and then you got to repeat.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
Jubal's first date follow-up. Only on the new Hits 106.1. Powered by the Advocates Injury Attorney. Online at advocateslaw.com.